Hey, this is Tom Medlock, and this is sprint number 5. So what I did this sprint was I added the freeze frame, and I made sure that the alarms would not trigger inappropriately when they would, time was frozen and incrementing by frame. I also managed to create a scene change of my own design. It is a strategy command pattern. So how it works is there is a scene check parent class. There's a scene change child class and also a no scene child class. As you can see here, execute is an empty block, and in here execute actually goes to creating a new scene. So how this works is basically we have at the top of the game, at the top of the update in game.cpp, there's a scene check for the scene manager, and what that does is it goes ahead and it checks, it well actually executes whatever scene is there. So right here we have these scenes down here. Scene change, no scene is scene change, and new no scene. And then basically all they do is they just swap hands. So here we have the scene change, and it asserts to make sure that the scene is not already set. And then the scene check changes to scene change, which is a scene change down here. The scene check also sets the next scene to the scene that's passed in, and it sets the next scene to ready, and that'll just keep it from happening again. So when it comes time to be called, when it executes here, it'll basically delete the current scene, set the current scene to the next scene that's passed in through the execute. It'll initialize the current scene. It'll change the next scene that there is no next scene, so you can pass a new one in. And I'm not sure if you have to do this. I just got done prototyping. I'll clean it up next week, I promise. So yeah, that's how that works. I also did the bullet factory, wherever that is. I made sure that I put bullets in play, and I'm deleting those, not leaving those hanging. And basically got to pop the front so you can push the back type thing. And also I did the freeze frame. So yeah, let's just go ahead and boot this up really quick. You can see here, I did a null scene in the beginning. You can do this, and then you can freeze it, and you can see here as time increments, the triggers are, there's an alarm at 8 seconds. So if we go really quickly, you can see that no alarm is triggered whatsoever at all until we get to 8 seconds. So I'm sorry about this. I probably should have made it shorter. I just didn't want it to like accidentally overlap for whatever reason. It usually happens a little bit after. Yep, there it is right there. So that is the other alarm that is going. And if I unpause it right here, you can see the bullets are successfully cleaned up. But if I go ahead and shoot, I can also press T, which changes to the next section, or the next scene, I'm sorry. And yeah, everything is fine and dandy here. So when I close out, everything's cleaned up. And yeah, this sprint was pretty short. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I was able to manage to get the scene to work in such a way. I really spent a long time trying to figure that one out, more than I care to admit. But yeah, the file's right here if you'd like to look at anything further. And yeah, thanks.